differently abled, differently.
For persons with disabilities to get better services, they need to be registered with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. Over the years, it has been an uphill task. However, with time, the process is becoming simplified. Take a look.
In Kenya, according to KBS, there are roughly about 1 million persons with disabilities. And this figure is hugely contested by stakeholders within that ecosystem. So for us as National Council to validate or invalidate the census of 2019, we are working closely with KNBS, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. We're trying to pool resources here and there from the relevant partners and government to do a baseline survey. We've seen, our fair share of challenge, but we've made some commendable steps insofar as issues of disability inclusions are concerned. For you to access opportunities, as someone with disability in this country, legally you have to be registered as a person with disability. If you're not registered, then you might not benefit from the programs the government are pushing. So previously, the registration process was very cumbersome, very tedious, and very painful for people with disabilities. In the most unstandardized format or tool that don't speak to each other, all health facilities do medical assessment, because medical report, which is not done by the council but by medical expert, is the primary document to register someone. And then those forms in a Letu Hapa Nairobi, Afya House, it is stuck there, backlogs, awaiting Director of Medical Service to sign. And then it is shipped to National Council now to register. So following up, become cumbersome, expensive, and people give up now. That's why sometimes people argue that we don't have the right number. So we work closely with the Ministry of Health and say, let us relook at the process of registration, and let us start with the standardization of the tool or that medical assessment. So the Ministry of Health now came up with a new medical assessment and categorization guideline. This guideline now standardizes all assessment across all health facilities. And because under the current constitution, health is a devolved, we say, why shouldn't we not also follow that pattern and devolve the signature from Afya House to all county directors of health and county directors of medical services in some counties, which gladly we have accomplished that. And in line with the commitment Kenya has made, as a communities of the nation, on having a proper segregated data, we also overhaul our new registration, our old registration system, and ushered in new registration system. In this system, we capture real-time socioeconomic information about persons with disabilities at the ward level, very detailed level of economic engagement, level of education, very detailed nature of disability, and such kind of a thing. And then to align ourselves with requirement of law, especially data protection, now we are a data processor and data controller in line with data protection, act, so that we can administer proper data. Actually, these certificates are from the data commissioner. But then, now that we have taken the signatures to the counties, the other sticky issue is, can we go further and bring this registration closer to the people? One of the key agenda of the current administration, and which is also directives, is a digitization of government public services, embracing technology. So we say technology is the best ally for persons with disability. Now, using this phone, I don't have to go and queue in the bank. I don't have, just from the palm of your hand, you can work, you can attend meetings. Technology is the best thing, but it's the best thing that happened for communities, with disabilities. So we say, this registration, can't we not digitize this process and make it closer to persons with disabilities?
They were to be migrated to the new system so that we can be able to have a comprehensive data, a data that you can be able to align it to a person. You can know where they are coming from in terms of their counties, their sub-counties, their wards, their sub-location to the location, and even up to the village. Then a data that can be able to give us their level of education, whether they are employed or not, and in compliance with the assessment and categorization guidelines as developed by the Ministry of Health 2022, these standards provides a guideline and a criteria for assessment.
Right now what the client requires is only medical assessment form from the counties, and then smartphone, ID, and passport size. And wherever there is internet connectivity, you go and sit, upload all your documents on eCitizen, on your eCitizen account. We will verify, we will then approve, and then you will immediately receive an SMS on your phone with a link to download, or it will be reflected on your eCitizen account, just like good conduct certificates, the one of tax compliance certificate, I'm a driving license, NTSA. So that's a big revolutionary milestone, for us, so that someone who is in Marsabit, for example, the biggest county in Kenya, don't need to travel in that bad road where now the rains have caused big problems, to come to the county headquarters 200, 300 miles. And once that certificate you download, you can print it anywhere. And that certificate has all your features and information on it, from nature of your disability, category, subcategory, your county, your ethnicity, and it has a QR code for purpose of verification. So if you have that, QR code scanner, you just put on it, it scans and it is connected. And that's one of the most revolutionary steps, actually, we've taken.